We'll take a break to fix the mic.
Can you hear us okay?
Thank you. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Andi Rich. I'm from Marinette. And I have questions such as why are we being required to review amendments of such a large project with changes that can only be described as a full rewrite? It's not reasonable to expect the public to filter the already complex documentation initially submitted. Thousands of pages. In addition to the exorbitant amount of changes an additional 900 plus pages and I would like to make the common sense request that as this project no longer resembles the initially approved and permitted project, that Aquila should reserve the right to walk away from the initial permit, but in order to obtain a valid permit for this entirely new project, they should resubmit their request as a new permit application. This is the only way to allow an organized, fair, and thorough review, unobscured by the now doubled amount of documentation for review that are as complex as they are, in addition to all of the basic components that came in addition to these changes. Citing the same report that Polly mentioned earlier by Earthworks, 100% of the mines in that report experienced pipeline spills or other accidental releases. 92% had water collection and treatment systems fail to control the contaminated mine seepage. Not to mention tailing spills occurring at 9 of the operations and a partial failure of the tailings impoundment at 4 of the 14 mines. That's over 25%. The total cost for just 7 of these large failures was $3.8 billion. And an average cost of $543 million. With an average $543 million price tag for errors, the expectation by Aquila that the DEQ review what basically amounts to a completely new permit request. But harder to follow, with uncountable chain reactions from each change. This expectation is unrealistic. And the likelihood of our community members and even trained professionals such as yourselves to complete this exorbitant task with any type of accuracy is not only unlikely, it is unrealistic. When small, fairly common errors that occur in 100% of that earthworks reviewed sulfide mines come with an average price tag of millions of dollars. I submit that our community deserves a permit and permitting application that is far more comprehensive than this jumbled mess of changes as our community's safety Thank you.
Thank you. The next 3 speakers are Mike Tangway, Lenny Elgeyer, Regina Chattree, and Gracie Chattree.